Hello and welcome to Urban Sports Beat. I'm your host, Troy Hackley. Recently, Urban Sports Beat was in Woodlawn as the #1 ranked team in the ABA. The DMV Warriors took on the Reading Wizards. The DMV Warriors were ready to live up to their top ranking as they took on the Wizards from Reading, PA. We pick up the game at the start. The Wizards draw first blood with the layup, but the Warriors answer on the short jumper. In transition, Calvin Parker showing his mid-range game. Next, Calvin Lee knocks down the 3-ball. The Wizards get the kind bounce. Warriors respond from the elbow. Warriors go to the half-court trap, and the Wizards still score. Dylan Cormier, working off the double screen, scores. Off the missed shot, Calvin Lee with the putback. More Warriors on the break, and the follow-up is good. The Wizards down but not out on the step-back jumper. Warriors, Kemp McCray scores inside. Midway through the second quarter, the Wizards bury the jumper. Later, Calvin Lee sized him up and drained the triple. The Warriors playing tough D and score the easy layup. Wizards knock down the 3-ball, trying to keep it close. Wizards fighting hard, trying to get back into the game, score on this nice move. Next, the Wizards playing hard, score after a couple of attempts. Parker with the runner in the lane. Warriors score to end the first half. We move to the third. Wizards miss the jumper and get the rebound and hit the triple. Wizards driving the lane for 2. After the Warriors score, Terry Hosley penetration and kick
jumper was a little strong, but they stayed with it and scored as the DMV Warriors topped the Reading Wizards 140-127. Coach, your team got off to a fast start. Talk about your start.
I mean, we did what we want to do, control the tempo of the game, and that's what we want to do. We want to control the pace of the game. We want to keep the pace high, and we did that early.
Talk about your halftime adjustments.
Halftime adjustments, really we wanted to keep doing what we were already doing. We went up 20 at the half, so we wanted to continue to keep that tempo high. So really at halftime, we basically just told them, hey, we want to keep doing what we're doing. Looking at them, third quarter is always their best quarter. So we wanted to make sure that we came out strong third quarter, and we fell a little short on that.
Now, you guys have a bye week coming up. How do you keep your team sharp during the bye week?
Oh, well, this is a good time for us because now we can get in the gym and get some work in, get some extra work in this week. We don't have to worry about keeping guys fresh for the Saturday game. So we can get some extra work in this week and get ready.
Calvin, talk a little bit about your start. You got off to a fast start. You were the leading scorer early on in the game to keep your team in the game. Talk about your start.
From the coaches to the players, they just told me to come out and be aggressive today, and that's what I did. Just came out aggressive, kept it going.
Talk a little bit about now being the team that everybody is hunting.
Oh, we ready for it, man. This is what we want. We want a championship. It's NB more, so we ready for anything that's coming.
Calvin, talk a little bit about staying undefeated at home. How important is that for you guys?
It's huge. It's huge for us. It starts with our fans. We need our fans to come out and support us, and we just like to give them a good game and keep winning.
Well, congratulations.
Thank you.
Urban Sports Beat is presented by Dawn Wireless for all of your cell phone and wireless needs. Upgrade your device with a new and refurbished phone with a plan or any prepaid phone with a plan. Dawn Wireless also specializes in cell phone repairs, including unlocking Androids to repairing tablets and iPads. Plus, they have the latest cell phone accessories. So stop by 769 Washington Boulevard, right in the heart of Pigtown, or call 443-681-9444. Tell them Urban Sports Beat sent you and receive a 10% discount. American Wings and Pizza, Baltimore's #1 restaurant for fast, free delivery, located at 2400 St. Paul Street at the corner of 24th Street. Call 410-235-2300 or visit them online at AmericanWingsandPizza.com. Urban Sports Beat is presented by Cashland. For all of your apparel needs, from sports hip-hop to luxury basics, we got you covered. There are 2 convenient locations, so stop by Security Square Mall or visit 2201 West Pratt Street. Don't forget to check us out online at shopcashland.com.
Taste This has some of the best soul food cuisine Baltimore has to offer, with a delicious variety of dishes. Taste This will delight your taste buds with mouth-watering, made-to-order soul food recipes that has made it one of the most popular eateries in Charles Village. Serving up home-style cooking for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Treat yourself and the family today. Taste This on the corner of East 25th Street and St. Paul and 4915 Hartford Road. Preparing good food for good people. Taste This.
You know that saying about putting on pants. You gotta do it one leg at a time. Same thing goes for driving a car-biz car. You can only drive with one foot at a time. Unless you're one of those people that drives with both feet. Who does that? That's weird. All right.
UMBC hosted the first ever William Wells Challenge as the top-ranked Catholic League school team, Mount St. Joe, took on the top-ranked Baltimore City Public Schools team, Poly.
It was a festive atmosphere at UMBC for the William Wells Challenge as Mount St. Joe faced the Engineers of Poly. St. Joe with the block and finish on the other end. Poly responds with the triple. Poly's Demetrius Mims hits the baseline jumper. St. Joe goes inside to Jalen Smith. Next, St. Joe playing the passing lane, get the steal and score. After the Poly timeout, St. Joe drives the lane and nice dish for the dunk. Poly hits the jumper. St. Joe on the board, score. Poly's Raheem Ali hits the tough layup. St. Joe controlling the board, score again. But this would be a tight game all night. In the second quarter, Poly knocks down the three. St. Joe on the old-fashioned give and go for two. St. Joe in transition, score. Next, St. Joe with the runner down the lane. After some sloppy play, Poly's Demetrius Mims with the dunk. Late in the fourth, St. Joe drains the big-time triple and top Poly in overtime, 66-58.
Hello and welcome to Urban Sports Beat. My main man, Jamil McClain, and friends, headlined by Raven field goal kicker Justin Tucker, spreading joy during the holiday season.
I'm Justin Tucker, kicker for the Baltimore Ravens. You know what's really cool about this event? Jamil, former Raven teammate of mine, you know, he gets a really good group of guys together to donate their time during the holiday season. It's really important to all of us. You know, something that's really cool is how important it is to all of us to give back and just, you know, whatever way that we can. And being here, sharing a meal, breaking bread with, you know, members of our community. You know, it's probably just as rewarding to me as it is to anybody else in here.
So first off, my name is Jamil McClain, and I want to say thank y'all so much for being here and being a part of this 7th year of 53 Families. Let's give a round of applause. 53 Families, Salvation Army. Also, since we clapping, all of the volunteers, all of the sponsors, everybody that we have that's involved. Let's shout out all the players that we have in the building, man.
Why is it important for me to come back? Because this is home. It's not foreign to see a lot of former players come back and always keep their roots here in Baltimore. It's because of the connection we have with the community. Yesterday, I was fortunate enough to have my 12th annual event at the Helping Out mission, and it's really a connection amongst the teammates and also amongst the community, an opportunity to give back. We've been so fortunate, so blessed. You guys support us wholeheartedly. And I'm just excited to come back. And you know, this is my first time here with Jamil. I'll be back next year. I'll make sure we don't have scheduling conflicts with our charity so that I can be a part of this. It's truly a wonderful thing.
Hi, my name is Janine Johnley. I'm the Communications Director of the Salvation Army of Central Maryland. And we're here at Jamil McClain's 53 Families 7th Annual Thanksgiving Dinner with the Salvation Army. And we've had an ongoing relationship with Jamil McClain for about 7 years or so. And it's been an amazing partnership with him. What he really does is he really focuses on giving back to the families, giving back to the Baltimore community, and we have that same mission as well to serve Central Maryland. Here today we're serving about over 435 individuals today, and a lot of the people here, they're in need. They could be families that living in transitional shelters, and really events like this is kind of like a break away from whatever struggles they might be going through, and it's kind of like to normalize the process of you can still have Thanksgiving dinner, you know, it's a season of giving, and we just want to give back to the community. And it's 53 Families resonates with the Salvation Army's mission, which is to provide services to people in need without discrimination.
Hi, happy holidays. I'm Judge Karen Friedman from the Circuit Court for Baltimore City. I am so thrilled to be here today to support Jamil McClain's 53 Families. Jamil is amazing and is doing amazing work in the community, and I love to support him, and I love to come out in the holidays and share my time and my energy giving back to the community.
Please dream big, go hard, and enjoy the journey, because at the end you're going to look back and say, I made it. So thank you so much. Thank y'all for being here.
Urban Sports Beat is presented by Dawn Wireless for all of your cell phone and wireless needs. Upgrade your device with a new and refurbished phone with a plan or any prepaid phone with a plan. Dawn Wireless also specializes in cell phone repairs, including unlocking Androids to repairing tablets and iPads. Plus, they have the latest cell phone accessories. So stop by 769 Washington Boulevard, right in the heart of Pigtown, or call 443-681-9444. Tell them Urban Sports Beat sent you and receive a 10% discount. American Wings and Pizza, Baltimore's #1 restaurant for fast, free delivery, located at 2400 St. Paul Street at the corner of 24th Street. Call 410-235-2300 or visit them online at AmericanWingsandPizza.com. Urban Sports Beat is presented by Cashland. For all of your apparel needs, from sports hip-hop to luxury basics, we got you covered. There are 2 convenient locations, so stop by Security Square Mall or visit 2201 West Pratt Street. Don't forget to check us out online at shopcashland.com.
Taste this as some of the best soul food cuisine Baltimore has to offer. With a delicious variety of dishes, Taste This will delight your taste buds with mouth-watering, made-to-order soul food recipes that has made it one of the most popular eateries in Charles Village. Serving up home-style cooking for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Treat yourself and the family today. Taste This on the corner of East 25th Street and St. Paul and 4915 Hartford Road. Preparing good food for good people. Taste This.
You know that saying about putting on pants. You gotta do it one leg at a time. Same thing goes for driving a car-biz car. You can only drive with one foot at a time. Unless you're one of those people that drives with both feet. Who does that? That's weird. All right.
For our final story, we reach back into our vault for my exclusive interview with ESPN's Stephen A. Smith.
Times because of the lack of opportunities, because of the politics, and a bevy of other things. But obviously, when you talk about African Americans, there's a different plight that we experience, and there's no question about that. And you have to do everything that you can to give yourself the ultimate advantage that you can possibly capture. You have to understand that there are obstacles that are going to pave the way on many, many occasions, as I've said on my radio show, television show, and beyond. Whether it's true or not, and black people absolutely positively believe it is true, when it comes to us, folks are usually looking for a reason not to hire you, as opposed to a reason to hire you. And so because of that, you have to spend your life, as long as you're cognizant of the minefields and the potholes and the pitfalls, you pretty much have to spend the vast majority of your life mining your way through those minefields and doing everything that you can to knock down those barriers. And education is an absolute must in terms of starting for most. Certainly those who may not have had an education but have a skill, a trade, etc., they can find their way out as well. But at the same time, by and large, the best way to go about doing it is to get your education, because when you have your education, it's validation that you're trainable, that you can read, you can write, you can comprehend, that you're capable of following instructions and things of that nature. These are the kind of things that our society mandates in order to justify you getting a chance. And if you don't do that, then they have every excuse not to. And we all know the last thing society needs is another excuse not to give us a chance.
I agree. You travel the world and the country, and you've been around a lot of successful people. What is that one characteristic that they all have?
Hard work, perseverance, and understanding that nobody owes them anything. I mean, to me, it's all three rolled up into one. You're mindful of the fact that the opportunity is a blessing, that it doesn't come along every day, and more importantly, you're not entitled to it. And you have to understand what my definition of success is. My definition of success isn't getting paid. It isn't recognition and popularity. It's a sustained level of excellence. Because when you have sustained excellence, that means you have endured the obstacles that inevitably come your way. You've managed to stay upright, or even if you got knocked down, you got up. You didn't just lay down and die and wither away. And so that, to me, is the definition of success. Anyone can get lucky and accomplish something, but when you sustain it is when you've truly achieved success, because you've proven that what you got was not a fluke. You actually belong where you are.
There is somebody who will be watching this show today who aspires to be a broadcaster like yourself and myself. What advice would you give them?
Not to aspire to be me or you. Aspire to be all they can be. Because chances are, if they work hard enough and they're committed and they're willing to make the necessary sacrifices, they've got a shot to be better than you or me. That's the way I look at it. I don't consider myself to be special. I consider myself to be a hard worker who was incredibly, incredibly blessed by God to have the greatest mother on the planet Earth, a wonderful family, wonderful friends. My inner circle's tight, man. I'm insulated big time. Like I told you, my friend Kerry Chandler, who runs HR for Under Armour, she's the godmother to my daughter. And You know, she's one of the best friends that I could ever have. I call her like my fifth sister because I have 4 older sisters. We're incredibly tight, and to know that my sisters, my mom, my nieces, my friends, male and female, platonic of course, the kind of insulated environment they keep me in, it doesn't feel insulated because I'm getting it from everywhere. Why'd you say this? Why'd you do that? Blah, blah, blah. But they keep me balanced. They keep me whole because they religiously watch my back and get to me before anyone else can. And when you have guys like that, you gotta remember, I was born and raised in the streets of New York City. I got dudes who used to be drug dealers that are my friends. I've got dudes who are elders in the church who are my friends. I have a friend like Kerry. I have friends at work. A Karen Hunter who does her show on Sirius XM. She's a dear friend of mine, you know. And then you see Sonny Hill in Philadelphia, who's a basketball historian and a lifer. You know, the level of wisdom, playing for Big House Games at Winston-Salem State, who was the protege of John McClendon, who helped facilitate basketball being integrated. These were mentors of mine. John Chaney, Temple, a mentor of mine. Larry Brown, a Hall of Fame coach. It's like family. Allen Iverson, younger, superstar, friend. Shaq and I are like brothers, along with me and Iverson. Kobe and I are tight. D. Wade. I've just been so blessed to have the relationships that I have. All I could tell you is that it sounds good to be me. But the road to get here wasn't that pretty. So, you know, it's like if you can avoid some of the pitfalls, do it. But if you can't, just know that you need to believe in yourself and willing to do whatever's necessary, and you too can be every bit as great as you aspire to be.
Okay, brother. Well, we appreciate you taking your time out your busy schedule to talk to us here at Urban Sports Beat. And thank you for coming to Baltimore.
Thank you so much. All the best to y'all.
That's going to do it for this edition of Urban Sports Beat. And don't forget to check us out on our website, urbansportsbeat.com. Also, you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, IG, Twitter, and YouTube. And I want to take this time to thank my fine staff. Without their help, this show would not be possible. We'll see you next time. So long, everybody.